Hey guys, I'm back. I am back. Where you guys at? Where you guys at? Come on in. Come on in. Hey Tori. Hello, Tori. How are you? Hey, good design. Good design. You see my title, right? It's a question. It's a question. It's a question, y'all. It's a question. Okay. Come on in. Come on in. Click the likes. Come on in. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk today. We're gonna have a conversation about this, and hopefully we could put this to rest. Hey, Jana. Hello. I'm doing good. How are you? How are you doing, Jana? Great to see you guys here. Great to see you guys here. Great to see you guys. All right. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, Rita. Hey, due process for Kelly. We got to talk, guys. We got to talk. We got to talk. We got to talk. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, guys. Come on in. We have to talk. We have to talk. We're gonna do some real conversation here. Okay. We're gonna do some real conversation here. We're gonna use our common sense too. Because remember, Rob said, use your common sense, people. Use your common sense. Hey, the original 718 Savage. Hello, Leo. Lovable Leo. Hello, Rita. Hey, guys. Come on in. We got 28 people in this chat. Come on in. We're going to have a real talk here. A real candid conversation. I've been doing some little legwork. I've just been doing some little some stuff, You did catch a lie. I stand in agreement. Thank you, Jana. Thank you. I want to talk to you guys about the indictment papers. I want to talk to you about the case. Hey, Rita. I am feeling great, Rita. I am feeling wonderful. Had my prayer time. Hey, Audrey, I had my prayer time. And when you go before the Lord, he's just, when you just like in his presence, he's just start talking to you, So I'm feeling good. Hey, Mitzvah. Okay, let's get with it. Let's get started in our conversation here. We're just gonna have a talk. For the next couple of days, I'm not gonna show my face because I want us to concentrate on what our topics are in at hand. I want us to focus, people. Let's focus. Hey, boss lady. All right, guys, y'all ready? Here's my question I posed in the title of this live. How can we, us on this side, supporters of R. Kelly, be accused of intimidating witnesses, right? Listen, intimidating victims, right? When we do not know who the victims are. Because according to the court documents, all victims are anonymous. Only thing we've been doing is making an educated guess, okay? Right? Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, boss lady again. Hey, Carmen. So we've been taking educational guess, doing deductive reasoning, and coming up with our own conclusion. Our conclusion is not correct, right? We don't know. Now, what we did have, listen to this, y'all. What we did have, the mass media, the major network, the powers that be pushed a docuseries to our television, right? Right? When you watch a television show, do you just take it as face value, or do you evaluate some of your television shows? I mean, how can you bring something to my household, a television show, and then you want to control my thought pattern? You want to control how I perceive that particular thing that you're bringing to my television. Get what I'm saying by that? Get what I'm saying? Okay. The docu-series didn't say, hey, these are the people that are in the document, that are in the indictment. Did it say that? I'm just asking the question. So how can the government try to bully us, try to control how we do our research? Get it, guys? They're using a scare tactic, an illegal scare tactic. Here's why I say it's illegal. The Constitution gives us a right. We have freedom of press. We have freedom to think and engage, and that is our given right as American citizen, right, guys? So you have 3 cases, and all 3 cases, there's no names given on the Jane Does, y'all. There's no names given. They might give initials on the state one, right? But anybody can have those initials. Anybody, right? Anybody can have those initials. So unless I work in the prosecutor's office, that would be the only way I will know exactly who the Jane Does are. Am I correct? Could somebody please thank you, good design, thank you. So how in the world can that individual send a message to Texas Black Diamond as if she is intimidating her or threatening her, when we don't know if you're really the Jane Doe in the indictment? How do we know? We're taking educational guessing, which I think that's something that is God-given, that we could think any way we want to. It doesn't mean that we're right until we know the facts and we know what's in there, unless we work in the prosecution office. Any of you guys work at the prosecution office? I don't. Audrey, do you work there? Elizabeth, do you work in due process? Do you work in the prosecution office? Rita, Casey, what about you, good design? Do you work in the prosecution office? Do you work in Kim Fox's office? Do you know what's happening in Kim Fox's office? Are you part of the prosecutioner's staff? Have you been pushing the paperwork through? Tell me. I think Casey must work for them, because Casey didn't answer the question. Casey, you work for the prosecution office? Anybody that works for the prosecution office that's in my chat, 55 people, who works for the prosecution office? Which one of you guys work for the prosecution office? Wish, you work for the prosecution office? Who works for the prosecution office? I don't know anybody that works in the prosecution office. Do any of you guys know? Which one of y'all is a spy in the prosecution office? Casey. I thought maybe you did, Casey. Now tell me, who works in the prosecution office? Lindsay, you're late in the classroom. Do you work for the prosecution office? Who works in the prosecution office? But that's the thing I'm saying, okay? Every single document that I have read, I have not seen the name of those people who's supposed to be the victim. The only thing I have done is take an educational guess. Now, if I happen to be right, that's just me being gifted in understanding how to decipher things, Nothing that we do on this side Nothing that we check out is saying that we know exactly who the people are. We can guess. Unless the government gives us the name and details of those individuals, that is the only way we will know who are supposedly the victims. We don't know. So how in the heck that the government could try to bully us and tell us that we're intimidating the witness? We don't even know who the freaking witnesses are. We never went to the grand jury to sit there and find out who's coming in, who's the one that's coming up to tell or being part of the case. We don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? How in the world that the government had the guts? See, they're really trying to bully us. I'm serious. They're bullying us. They really are. And we are so stupid to be bamboozled by this. Because according to their court records, they do not give out the names. So how is it that they're putting people as part of the indictments and we're not supposed to know who these people are? None of us work in their office. None of us. I don't. I know I don't. I know nobody that works in that office, in the prosecutor's office. When you are not doing what's right, you will be on the defense. If you are telling the truth, as opposed to bloggers, you know you are lying. Rita, I don't understand that. Hold on. Let's start again. Rita says, you are not doing what's right. When you're not doing what's right, you will be on the defense as if you are telling the truth, as opposed to bloggers knows you are lying. I'm confused with that message. Can you break that down, Rita? I don't understand it. You went. Dom, this is commentary. I'm not entertaining anything. I'm just giving you some information on how we're being bullied to thinking that we're doing something when we're not. You understand what I'm saying? I think you came in a little late. Probably need to rewind it a little bit to get what I'm saying. Thank you. I am focused. I am focused. But as I was saying, the indictment papers, the ones that we've been going through, reading back and forth, none of it have given anybody name. None of it. All we've been doing is making educated guesses. We're making educated guesses, okay? And our educated guess is, Dom, listen. Okay. Our educated guess is stemmed from us, trying to figure out, okay? The docu-series came out, right? The docu-series is supposed to dictate and frame our own thinking, and trying to persuade us to think a certain way. So they're telling us, hey, you could bring this to my television inside my house, right? But yeah, thank you, Rita, for breaking it down. Thank you. They forced us. I mean, not forced us. They just brought this into our television, right? This show, this docu-series, right? And in that docu-series, they start throwing out certain things that they want to put into our head, right? Now, me being educated and thought-provoking and individual that's standing on my own. I just don't take what people say to me. I dissect it, right? And I'm not going with the masses of just saying, oh, he's this and he's that, because they said it on this television show, right? They said it. Now, remember, television do things. They sensationalize things. They're actors, and a lot of things to get people to watch their show. They make it more graphic than what it is. You know what I'm saying? They want us to stick with the show, watch the show. So what they do, they put all our senses in the particular show. They put our the vision is graphic, the sound is excellent. All of this they do is so they can entice us to continue to watch that particular show. That is part of marketing, right? So they put us out there. It's just like watching a commercial. They put the idea that you're not hungry, but they'll put a food commercial, and all of a sudden you become hungry. Right? So they did that with this show. They put individuals who were not vetted, who has a story. Some could be true, some could be lies, right? They put it in our living room, and they said to you, Casey, they say, hey, Casey, here's what Robert did. And you better believe what we say he did, because we have the power to control your mind. You can't think elsewhere. You can't think this is not possible. We're saying this is it. You get what I'm saying? Really, absolutely. Mind game. They say, this is it. This is what you're supposed to think. This is what we're telling you to do. But meanwhile, they had an objective behind this, okay? They throw out this show. This show is believable. This show cannot be disputed, right? Along comes this indictment that they solicit people for this indictment, right? Get it? They didn't have, according to Kim Fox, they didn't have a case. They didn't have people coming forward. They solicit people to come forward to say, this is what happened. They painted a picture, and then they brought individuals to add on to this picture that they painted so it could be believable by all. You get what I'm saying, guys? Get it? Okay. Forensics guy said the narrative was created by Lifetime, and then the prosecutor fell for it and are upset that 100% that the general public are not buying it. Yes. Keep in mind, the jury is part of the general public. Yes, absolutely. Now, hold up. Okay. Now, they brought these actors in, these individuals who supposedly, individuals who says that they're surviving R. Kelly, okay? The individual who has not been vetted, there's no police report, there's nothing. These are just actresses, actors, people selling their story. Doesn't mean it's true. And the bigger, the more gross your story is, the more they want it. The more, because people are being sensationalized. Their emotions are being played in this now. It's a game. It's a game. It's a marketing game. Those who has taken business management or business or marketing, they know how to get people to buy into what you want them to believe in. Okay? So, meanwhile, right? After Surviving R. Kelly pops up, places all this stuff in your mind, brings up back the same, how before when Robert went through the case and he was acquitted. So now they're bringing back stuff that has already been handled. They bring it back, but then now they're bringing it back full force with all these extra people. Now, these extra people are supposed to make it more believable, right? They're supposed to be bringing more, to the forefront in your mind as a reminder. And not only did they do it one day, they did it like 3 days. This Surviving R. Kelly, that was 3 days, and then they went and did a sequel so you could keep it in your mind. Because if you do repetition of something, you're going to keep it in the forefront of your mind. You're going to remember it, right? This is a setup. So when the cases come about, people are going to remember Surviving R. Kelly. Now, they're not even giving Mr. Kelly a chance to debunk or refute what is being said, because number one, let me tell you, when that Surviving Lies was about to be produced and put into social media, what did they do? They knocked it down. They knocked it down. They did not allow it. Why is that? Because they all had an agenda. There is an agenda behind all of this. Do you understand what I'm saying? There is an agenda. They're making the playing field unfair. They're not acting in what the Constitution says, that we are all, that a person is presumed innocent until they are found guilty. His rights are being violated. His ability to make a living has been ciphered by those different groups, those supposedly women groups, right? And they're saying, guys, they're saying women don't lie, that what these women said are the truth. But let me tell you something, guys. Hold on. I got something to play for you of individual who actually got caught lying. I'm going to play these for you. Hold on. And men that was accused, prosecuted, and all that from individual who actually lied. Hold on a second. I'm trying to bring it up. Okay. Just bear with me a second. There's a social media group that it's for those who's been falsely accused, right? And the name of the social media group is called Save for False Accused, right? There is a case that recently happened where a guy who worked for Verizon, there was a customer who came into the store, and the customer made accusation of an employee, saying the employee groped her, and the employee was fired. And then when it went to court, the judge found that woman, because what they did is, I'm going to read it for you, okay? This is the case with McGraw and this employee by the name of, this is in Maryland, y'all. This happened on January 31st. She falsely claimed a Verizon store employee groped her. A court just held her lengthy sentence, okay? On April 24th, 2017, Karen M. entered a Verizon store in Townsend, Maryland, to repair her broken cell phone. Verizon store employee Glenn T. assisted Miss M. by taking her to his desk to look over her account, where he discovered she had an outstanding balance, preventing him from replacing her phone. Okay. For 2 hours, Mr. T worked with Miss M to resolve the issue by reaching out to different departments and trying to get things handled. Eventually, Miss M purchased a new phone and left the store. Miss M left the store and called Verizon to complain about her interaction with Mr. T. Before calling the police and telling them that she found Mr. T's behavior disturbing. According to court document, Verizon responded to her complaint by telling Mr. T not to come into work the next day. He was eventually fired. Okay? He was eventually fired. Miss T also claimed that Miss M also claimed that Mr. T attempted to sell her a non-Verizon item, including a Fitbit, a watch, and a cashmere sweater, and that he allegedly stored these unsanctioned items in his car. She also testified that he smelled like he had been drinking. At one point, held her SIM card and said jokingly, "I've got your life in my hand." Miss M further alleged that during the encounter, Mr. T cupped her breast and touched her inner thigh. She claimed that she tried to get the attention of another store employee who she alleged told her that Mr. T was usually worse around young women. Mr. T, on the other hand, said Miss M was initially distorted and became more aggravated by the fact that he couldn't repair her phone or quickly replace it. Mr. T testified that there was a distance between us the entire time. Surveillance video from the store showed the truth. While Mr. T did spend a lot of the 2 hours encounter sitting next to Miss M so that she could view his work tablet, and that at various points he touched her shoulders, her elbow, and the back of her arm, along with the final handshake when she left. The video otherwise collaborated with Mr. T and not Miss M. Miss M would go on to file a sworn application. Listen to this, y'all. This is her. She signed a sworn application of statement of charges against Mr. T for allegedly sexually assaulting her. Court document shows, right? In this statement, she also claimed that Mr. T called her at home and that she was worried he would assault her again. She signed a document which stated that under the penalties of perjury, that the content of this application are true to the best of her knowledge, information, and belief, right? Mr. T, listen, he was arrested based on Miss M claim. During the bench trial, prosecutor provided surveillance video from Verizon store that showed Mr. T did not touch Miss M like she claimed. When asked about the discrepancies, Miss M claimed that she used the wrong words to describe the touch. I used the wrong word. I was confused. I used the wrong word. Is it a cup? Is it a feel? Is it a brush? Is it a touch? Or is that sort of it's different than an elderly man. It's different. You feel violated when you feel that there is power. He got my phone. He got my picture of my niece. He got pictures of my and then she stopped. She said before she was interrupted by the judge. The judge asked Miss M to show where on the surveillance any sort of touching, brushing, or otherwise to your breast occurred where Mr. T touched her thighs. That's what he asked. The judge asked her to show on the surveillance, where did he do this, right? The judge also asked about the discrepancy in Miss M's and what Miss M told Verizon about Mr. T's behavior that she told the police, right? Miss M was convicted. Listen, because when the judge saw that she was lying, she was convicted, guys, of perjury and giving false statement to the police. The judge said that she had never seen such a case, never seen a pre-sentence investigation like this, or any psychic evaluation like this. The judge further commented and said, this is what the judge says, this would include her history of deceitfulness, consistent irresponsibility to honor financial obligation, and lack of remorse. During this investigation, she continued to make statements minimizing her own actions and instead blaming the victim. The judge and her own attorney, the pre-sentence investigation again indicated that it's been suspected that Miss M continued to drive a suspended. Now listen to this. Now she's trying to make all these accusations against this man, and then meanwhile she's been driving around with suspended license. Now the judge got her on lying and also what she has going on in her life, right? So it says Miss M continues to drive on a suspended license. I was shocked by the number of traffic violation and just a consistent irrelevance, inability, or disregard for the law, as though as it just does not apply to her. Miss M has been involved in criminal and traffic proceeding in which she has benefited from the limit of disposition. Regardless of these privileges, she has continued to avoid hearings by numerous failing to appear. Now look at this. She never appears to her own cases, but then she goes and try to lie on this man. And the job didn't even believe him. They fired him, even with the surveillance. You get what I'm saying? The guy lost his job, lost everything because she lied. She lied. Okay? Eventually, she was sentenced to 10 years in prison, guys. 10 years, but then they turn around, the judge was a little lenient. The judge suspended 8 years of her sentence, but then gave her 5 years supervised probation, and for also giving false statement to the police. Now, I'm saying all of this to say that the story that was placed on Surviving R. Kelly, they were not vetted. They were not given lie detector. They did not see any police report. Nothing was given but words of their account. Some of it might be a little bit true. A lot of it might be a lot of lies. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for them to take this television series, and build a case surrounding this television series, and then turn around, have an indictment, right, with no names provided, and tries to bully us because we're making educated guesses of who possibly may be the Jane Does. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying all of this. Do not let the opposition bully you from using your own God-given senses. You're not breaking the law by giving your opinion. Your opinion is your opinion, regardless of what. You get what I'm saying? All the threats that they're doing, they could threaten us. They can call us all kinds of names and not be considered cyberbullying, but we can't do our research and give educated guesses of something. Do you get what I'm saying? So that is what my conversation is about today. You know, us not being bullied and us being us using our own mind, because it is a right that we have. We have a right to freedom of speech. We have a right to freedom of speech. We're not part of the case. We don't know all the players involved. We don't know anybody. I don't. Let me just speak for myself. I don't. I don't. And I have a right. I have a right to research, do research. I am not doing anything illegal. Nothing is against the law that I've done. So I fear not, no matter what. Like I said before, the government wants to come and look at my computer. They can come and do that because I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to lie about. So, and I'm going to continue to do my research. I'm going to continue investigating and continue to use my educated gut, because according to the documents that I've read, I don't know who these people are. I don't. I'm just guessing. And if I guessed it right, oh well, I'm good. The government has not given me anything to say, oh yes, Sylvia, this is the exact person. No. In fact, the lawyers didn't even know who the Jane Does are. You hear what I'm saying? The lawyer, Dom, what are you trying me scroll up for? I'm not scrolling up. Just repeat what you said. I'm not scrolling up. I'm trying to avoid reading these comment area right now because it gets me distracted. So what do you want? What were you saying? If you do research, it wouldn't be hard to figure out. Thank you. That's it. No, it's something important. What's important? Tell me what it is. Dom, just put it down what it is. Put down what it is. Put down what it is. But that is basically what I came to do. Do not be threatened by these people. Do not let them use this scare tactic. You are an American citizen. You have a right to voice your opinion. You have a right of speech. What happened? I'm on live.
You say
hey. Hey, I'm on live. Are we going out?
Yeah, we can.
Are you ready?
No, I'm not taking a shower.
Okay. How long?
Ma, this one is just.
Okay. All right, guys. Sorry about that. You're not about to retype, so then you don't want me to read what it is then, because I'm not going to go back all the way up there if you're not going to retype. Okay. As I was saying, that's basically all I was saying. Basically, do not allow them to bully you. Do not allow them to take control of what your mind is. You're in control. You have that freedom. This is America. This is America. Absolutely. Wow, you getting that upset, Dom? Dom, please don't use that language right now, because this is remember, I'm in that mode right now that I don't want the negativity. Okay. All right, Dom. All right, guys. Let me I said didn't send it. Sylvia, is it a focus errors on YouTube? That is an informative example. I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Amen. Thank you, Rita. God is love. Hey, Tim. But anyway, guys, I am finished. I just wanted to bring that to you guys. I thought about it and I said, let me just go ahead on and get on here and talk to you guys about it as far as the intimidation of witnesses is that they're trying to claim, and people throwing out that some of us are going to be part of the indictment because we research, we made educated guesses and things like that. Don't be bullied. Don't be persuaded by people trying to control your thought pattern. And, they're trying to group think us, put us all in the barrel, and we're supposed to think this way and not supposed to think outside of the box. We're free thinkers. That we cannot be bullied. That's right, forensic guy. We cannot be bullied. So that's all I really had to talk about in regards to that. So I'm not telling you go and try to do things, threaten people. That's not what I'm saying. You don't have freedom to threaten people. You cannot threaten people, period. No matter if you think they're in a case or not. But all I'm saying is that if someone brings you out something and you question it and you don't buy into whatever program they want you to buy into, you can't, Casey, who put a gag order? Okay. All right, let me get off because I didn't come on here for that. Sharon, yeah, it honestly seems to me that there is no Jane Doe. They should welcome on investigation. Perhaps it should have been uncovered all the lies. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is so true. Put a gag order on Duranda. Okay. Who says we cannot do any research? Nobody. I don't think anybody said we could not do any research. The court put a gag order on them. Yeah, they should have long time ago. They should have did put the gag order before this case started. It's my opinion on it. Yeah. So, okay, Sharon said the court put a gag order, not everyone is abiding by it. They're using R. Kelly for political reason and changing the law. Dom K, I scrolled up. Do you not see your comment? What gag order? Who? What gag order? Who's the one? Well, Audrey, there was a gag order placed by Judge Flood on the attorneys. As far as the people to who I don't know. I know there was a gag order in Judge Flood case, in the state case, but I don't know about the other one. People making names on social media. Yep, that's true. That's so true. That's so true. That is so true. Absolutely true. That's just scarce tactic. They that don't be fooled. They hate that Mr. Kelly has supporters, and that's the problem. They trying to shut down the supporters, and I think it's so unfair that in America, only in America, that you say that you have freedom of speech, and then when you start utilizing your freedom of speech, they try to shut you down, trying to cipher you. You know. We're going to use Rob they are using Rob to distract us from what they go to change the new law. Yeah, statute of limitation. That's what they've been doing. They've been changing the statute of limitation every year. It's been going up, and now they have that new law where they can go back years on just any kind of accusation, sexual accusations. That's not fair. I know murder is the only one that don't have a statute of limitation. Now all of a sudden, sexual accusations. Yes, I believe the attorney, but the so-called witnesses and accuser should not have talk outside telling. Yeah, you're right, Audrey. Audrey, yeah, you're right. They want full control. They know they're all money. It's all a money chase. Everyone wants it. Yep, absolutely. 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 Yep. But that was all I wanted. I wasn't staying on here for more long. I just want to put that in there. Yeah, so they basically wanted to manipulate your mind, tell you what to do, how you think, how to think, They are watching this live. I know for a fact they are. They are watching this live. But here's the deal. We can't let them bully us. You know how long the government has been doing stuff to entrap people because they have somebody they've been triggering, like they have their mindset on getting, and they'll do it by any means necessary, even means breaking the law for them to be able to get whoever it is that they want. Actually, those bloggers are in the fight. Yeah, that's what they want. They want people to give up. They'll go find anything that person has in their background to use against them for them to stop. Because when they're after somebody, they're after them hard. They'll use all these scare tactics. Timothy, Sylvia, what's funny is that when people intimidate other people, it's because they're afraid what's going to happen to them. That is so, so, so true. That is true, Timothy. That is so true. You know? That's what, and we can't be bullied. We can't. And all these people, and I see all these people that have all these negative podcasts, negative show negative. Anytime somebody's talking negative about R. Kelly's case and situation like that, their voices are being heard. But people like us, we're being blocked, we're being muted, we're being told, we're being threatened, we're being bullied. They try to use all kind of tactic, They try to say we're going to be put in indictment. Don Cake say forensic guy. It was 11:14 time. But Dom, what are you trying to talk about? Is it? Hold on a second. Dom, okay, you okay? Let me see. You acting like you having a temper tantrum. Hold on, let me see what you're looking at. Hold on, Dom. Let me check. I don't have 11 to. You mean my time? My time 11. Okay, which would be what 2:11. All right, you said, Sylvia, there is a high-powered fashion designer who lives in Bahamas who is currently being charged for similar charges as Mr. Kelly. They claim he's doing these things for 30 years. Okay. What? I'm waiting. Is there anything else you said? That you said 2:14? Okay, so Dom, I just read it. You said it was important. What happened? So Dom, you having a fit because you wanted me to read that part? Or did you have something else you wanted to read? Casey, I read that too. I read Hey Lavelle. Casey, I read about Stevie Wonder, what he said. And when he decided, he said he's gonna move to Ghana because of all the injustice that's happening here, and that he doesn't want to see his children, great grandchildren, go through the things that's happening in America. I did see that. I saw that. Treat others as you would like them to be treated, with respect. Rita, okay, yeah, definitely. Lavelle. Okay, I think that was it. Dom, is there anything else in regards to that case? You said it was something important. Yeah, he doesn't, Casey. He doesn't like what happened to R. Kelly. He sees how the system is so unjust to us, and we don't really get a fair trial with anything. We don't. We have to do all this marching and all this kind of stuff, and still don't get a fair trial. Dom, I'm waiting, sir. I read it. Is there something else you want me to look at? Oh, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm just letting you guys to let you guys know that Timothy, so you have heard some. Have I heard from you digging me? Yeah, I've heard from her. Yeah, he does, Casey. He does love RSK. I don't want us to operate as being helpless. I believe in prayer. I believe we need to pray, and also not. You have to have some sort of action behind it. Um, and you have to fight, fight, pen and paper, fight by making your voice be heard. Fight by, I mean, sometimes you may have to be physically going out there marching and things like that. That's all part of the fight. You can't let them just railroad him or railroad us because of fear. The only thing we should fear is God. Everything else, it's no fear. Shouldn't fear, man. Because man cannot do anything to our soul. We are very powerful as a cohesive unit. We are very powerful with that. In that stance. So as I said again, y'all, those people brought that show into our living rooms, into our homes, and then they try to tell us, dictate to us how we should um, think about that particular show. So they trying to mind manipulate us to thinking that, hey, what these women are saying is what is truth. And the reality of it is not. Just because the shots are given, still wear your mask. Okay. Thanks for the advice, Rita. Prayer is being heard in heaven. Amen. Amen. He is getting a lot of support. We just don't see it yet. RSK is coming out of the hellhole. Absolutely. Absolutely, Casey. What is up? What is she up to? Tim, what is who up to? Guys, we're losing focus, and I'm not gonna read the chat no more because everybody got other conversation, other things going on. So I'm gonna stay out of that. Okay. Woo. All right. That's why I don't like to read the chat, because the chat be all kinds of conversation going here and there and everywhere, and then I'm just okay. But that's basically all I wanted to talk about is that, and also, there is something else I wanted to play. Sylvia. Rena says, Sylvia, I saw Me Too live last night, and the question them, why aren't they having they gone after those white men, real pedophiles? Yes, same way. And what did they say? What did they say, Rena? Oh, they ignored your question? Absolutely, Casey. Yep, absolutely, Casey. I want to bring another thing out here because I did another recording here. Hold on a second. This is a guy here who is accused of they ignored you. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. This is a guy who was accused of hold on. Yes, thank you, Rita, for reminding us of the march. The march is on March 20th and 19th and 20th in Chicago at 12 noon. They're meeting up at 111 South Michigan Avenue, and they're saying be on time. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to play a case where a young lady lied about her age, and this older man, this coach of a school, started a relationship with her, and he was convicted, and it was going to put him on a sex offenders listing and things like that. But just listen to this case. She lied, and this is what the judge said. Okay, hold on.
Good evening. A Canton High School assistant hockey coach charged with criminal sexual conduct for having sex with a student actually walked out of court today with only probation. The question now is, why such a dramatic change?
Question a lot of people are asking. Well, new evidence emerged today. The judge says that the girl in this case lied about her age to Coach Eric Locke. Nick Monticelli was in the courtroom for that surprising twist in the case. Nick?
I got to tell you, I really have been inside of the Hall of Justice and seen a story completely flip upside down like this. The defendant, Eric Locke, was looking at 15 years in prison, but then the judge said, wait a minute. He believes the girl was lying about her age. In fact, they met on Tinder, and she claimed she was 19. This is the mugshot of Eric Locke. It went out early this year. An assistant hockey coach at Canton High School accused of coercing a 15-year-old girl into a sexual relationship.
Case number 2017.
Today, though, a different story emerged as Judge Richard Scott revealed new evidence.
As far as I can tell, the two young people met through Tinder, where the complainant had posted a picture of herself listing her age of 19.
The judge combed over messages Locke and the girl exchanged.
At the close of another exchange, defendant texted, "Wait, hang on, you are 17, correct?" unquote. To which the complainant replied, "Yes." And the exchange continued, "Okay, haha, any younger and we would have a problem," with a emoticon.
All of this came out after the girl's mother found out about the relationship and called police. Locke was arrested for criminal sexual conduct. The mother also sent a letter to the judge saying
that he had used his position of authority to coerce the complainant to engage in sexual activities, that he stole her virginity and forced her to engage in unprotected sex.
But the defense argued and the judge agreed the relationship was consensual. Locke was facing up to 15 years in prison. Now he'll serve just 2 years of probation. And if successful, his record will be sealed, as if this never happened.
We're supposed to check in on Tinder at, you've got to be 18 or older, but you don't really have to be 18. You can lie about your age, so people should be very, very wary.
At the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Oh, it's your
Thank you, Nick. The
hometown?
judge made it a point to say he is not blaming the victim, but did feel it was important to offer all the facts. Also, Locke will not have to register as a sex offender.
Now, but you guys you're seeing this, that everything is not just concrete out. Like if you sit there, you lie about your age. Remember, that young lady who we assume now, we don't know for a fact because we don't know who the real Jane Does are. This is our educated guess, Geronda Pace, based on what we have heard, what we have seen. She lied to officials about her age. She showed ID that she was a certain age. You got? So it's not totally black and white. It's not totally black and white. And there's no absolute in that, and when you're dealing with that kind of stuff. Okay. Meaning that if you lie and you can trick someone into believing that you are a certain age, you should be held responsible. You should be held accountable for your action. Period. You should be held responsible. Just like if you get on the witness stand and you put your hand up and lie, they hold you in contempt. They hold you in for perjury. So why can't she be held responsible for her action? Lying, showing ID. So what other way can you prove a person's age other than showing the ID? You get what I'm saying? You showing ID because everybody do not look old. Thank you, Spitfire. If somebody young, they're held accountable for killing somebody if they're young. Exactly. So if you, how else? There are people who have a young face who don't look their age. And there's some people look 100 years old and they'd be like 15. But you understand what I'm saying? You can't tell a person just by how they look, how old they are. And even if somebody turn around and gives you an ID and saying that they're 19 or 18 and you believe that ID, I mean, I'm not here trying to figure out if this is a real ID, if it's a fake ID. You give me an ID. I'm not an expert. You give me an ID, I believe you. She admitted herself that she gave him an ID and told him that she was 19. And then supposedly right before they had sex, she changed it. Oh no, I am younger than what I say I am. Come on now, stop. Stop telling lies. You don't look your age at all, Lindsay? How old you look? Well, anyway, guys, you can't judge a book by its cover. You sure can, lady. You cannot judge a book by its cover. Some people look like grandpa, and grandpa age, and some people don't. Some people wear it well. So anyway, spitting fire. Thank you, sis, for that word yesterday. Thank you. But guys, I'm about to get off. You know me and my time frame. I don't stay on too long, so I'm about to skedaddle. And you guys have a good day and enjoy your Saturday afternoon. I just came on to give you that. If I come up with some other things, I'll come back on. But in the meantime, you have a great and wonderful. Oh, you said you're 35 and I look young. Oh, wow. You get carded all the time, Lindsay? All right, guys, I'm getting ready to get off. I will check you guys later. I'm not into that long lives anymore. I'm tired. You have a good day, everyone. I'm out. See you later. Bye.